I'm Phil Gaimon. I was a pro cyclist for 10 years. Now I'm retired, but I still train as hard as I can to set the best times on the toughest climbs I can find and go on fun adventures on my bike all over the world. This is Worst Retirement Ever. Welcome back to Hollywood. Today, I'm gonna take you on an Everesting training ride, which is gonna be pretty boring, so I'll trim it for you. I'm doing hill feats. We're on Mount Olympus Drive, which is just off Laurel Canyon, kind of comes up from Sunset Boulevard towards Mulholland. So the same ridge that I do a lot of my training in. But this is the steepest extended climb in LA. We're looking at 13% for almost a mile. And what I'm trying to do is get my legs used to that steep of a gradient, which 13% is very hamstring and quad heavy. The reason I didn't use it for my official attempt was that Mountain Gate is a lot safer. We've got a lot of driveways and cars, a couple stop signs. So this isn't really appropriate. It's 13% for a mile. So unfortunately, it's not safe for real attempt, but it's a great hill. Now I am using the disc brake setup for this. A couple extra grams are very much worth it for not getting hit by this guy. Actually, that guy probably has good insurance. Maybe I should get hit by him. And appropriately, Mount Olympus Drive has all these Greek mythology names. So there's Zeus. Morning. That guy's my cheerleader. This is like the 4th lap. It's nice. I did mention that we're in Hollywood. All right, we're now 90 minutes in, 5,000 feet. All right, we're up at 7,000 feet now. Well, no, we're at 600 feet above sea level, but I've done it so many times. We're at 7,000 feet of climbing. A couple things. One, it's hot as hell. So there's that. And then 2, I already asked SRAM, I got a bunch of granny gears in a box at home. I'm gonna need that because we're at 64 RPMs right now, and that's not an all-day thing. So to go steeper, thankfully, I got the good dinner plate cassette on the way. Now I did drive my car here because I want to have all my stuff. Temperature is now 101 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're in the 40 Celsius. That's why we don't Everest in the summer in SoCal. But I'll live. I'll see how far I get. Now, I've passed this car a bunch of times with the vanity plate protein. I'm trying to figure out what that's about. Oh, it's hard to get started on 13%. There we go. You think he like discovered protein? Because that's kind of what goes on here. Although that guy wouldn't drive a Camry, but there's a story behind that, I imagine. I'm in some pain. My heart rate strap says Wahoo on it. A little too much enthusiasm. Wahoo, not appropriate. Not appropriate. I need you to tone it down a little bit. Really all we're doing today is a boring endurance ride up and down the same hill. That's the idea. And when I say endurance, it's mental as much as physical. Well, not quite as much, but a lot of it's mental. These hill repeats are so boring. We're now a little over 11,000 feet in. It's 106 degrees now, like 41, 42 Celsius. So I'm gonna try and get to 15,000. That's the goal. This gradient, without my granny gears, doing a lot of standing. So I'm getting a good core workout. The little upper body that you need for climbing is starting to hurt. $13,600 feet down. Just a couple more laps to go. Feeling all right. And I'm uncomfortable, but I'm all right. Now it took me like 20 laps to notice that Hercules is the top of Mount Olympus and then Zeus is further down. Now I'm not a historian, but if you're gonna name some streets, Google it. Zeus should be at the top of Mount Olympus. Hercules, I feel like I remember was mortal. Just because he has a Disney movie doesn't mean he's supposed to be at the top of Mount Olympus. Zeus would kick Hercules' ass all day anyway. Sorry. All right, that was the last one. We're at that's 15,000 feet in 5 hours. And I know before I get the trolls, that's not Everest pace. I'm not trying to Everest pace. This is endurance. You can't empty the tank every day. And if you're retired, like I try and empty it once a month. I found that still keeps the numbers up. But top of Mount Olympus, I do not feel like Hercules nor Zeus. In fact, this feels a lot more like Hades. Whatever. I had all day to make up that joke, and that's what I got. Oh well. Not a bad view though. I'm gonna go home. Is that cool? Yeah. All right, so I'm all sweaty and salty. This is a good chance to mention another sponsor product. You know chamois butter for their chamois cream, but this skin wash, you just you know, instead of getting in your car all nasty, just squirt this on a towel. It's a lot better. You know, it's not a shower, but it'll get you home and not stink up your car. If I knew about this in college, God help me, I never would have showered. There was a guy on my hall who didn't wash his clothes because he, you know, his mom used to do it, so he just used Febreze. Anyway, so don't tell college students about this stuff, but it's refreshing. It's nice. This will be me for the rest of the day here. A lot of you guys have been ordering these ice legs, which is super cool. But honestly, if I just started this business for myself for right now, it would kind of be worth it. That's it. I spent the day suffering. Reminder that my suffering is voluntary and a privilege, and if you get to do similar suffering, there's people who are suffering involuntarily. So check the No Kid Hungry link. As always, you guys have been super cool donating there. But that's it. I'll bring you on the next ride when I can. Peace.